Hello everyone, it's Nady, and today we'll be testing out the Beauty Glazed Color Board. As you beautiful people know, this is about the products, not the people behind them. Any tiff you may have with them, please cast it away because this is a channel of positive energy. Okay? Thank you. My little glazed donut holes, how you doing today? I hope wherever you're at in the world, you're having an absolutely spectacular day so far. I myself am a little bit tired. You ever have those days where, like, no matter how much you sleep, you're still exhausted? I think the only thing that could possibly wake me up today, other than maybe winning the lottery, is playing with makeup. And this was actually sent to me, by the beautiful Michelle, aka La Smoocherina. So thank you very much, Miss Thing. I had never heard of this, but when I Googled it, apparently this thing went viral. And this does look very cool. It's on Amazon, I think for like around $16, but some places it's cheaper. But then when I dug a little bit deeper into the reviews, some people said that this has asbestos in it. Which, what the hell? But also on Amazon, there was like some shady shit happening with the reviews. Like there was several of these that popped up, yet when I hovered over the reviews, they said there was none, even though it had a 4.5 star out of 5 rating. And all of the sellers had the exact same rating. It was so fucking weird. But it seemed like a lot of the 5-star ratings, which did make up a majority of the ratings, were kind of fake. I trusted about as much as I trust a condom with a hole in it, but then when I refreshed the page, only one showed up and it actually did have reviews. So I don't know what the fuck is up with this palette. We're gonna try it out. I don't know if I'm gonna end up swatching all of these because there's how many? Like 60 shadows in here? Which for under 20 bucks, like that is not bad. This is kind of bringing back the days of my fake ass series when I would test fake makeup because on the back they said Beauty Glazed DON apostrophe big ass space T tested in animals. I'm pretty sure they're trying to say we don't test on animals. It just seems a little bit shady and sketchy, but the color stories actually are really, really pretty. And even if the shadows themselves suck, like the glitters look stunning, which you can always apply those with a glue. But of course, my purple hoe ass is instantly drawn to this one that's really, really pretty, but I also like the green one. Like, these are all beautiful. Before I do get into actually touching this, let me just quick take a look at the lowest and the highest stars. The 1 stars say very beautiful and pigmented, but it has a strong chemical smell. Mine doesn't smell like jack shit. This person's was broken. This other person says it's not that pigmented. Not worth it, which I mean, if this is only $16 and it's not even worth it, that kind of says a lot. So many of these people got the wrong shit. But a lot of these individuals are actually comparing it to the James Charles palette, which maybe I'll pull that out and do like a side by side. 5 stars though say love the palette, glitters are excellent, and it's very pigmented. I'd give it a 20 out of 10. Great quality, good value for the amount, good bang for your buck. Ugh. And there actually are a lot of verified purchases here. I don't know if that really means much, but I'm assuming that means they actually bought the shit. Okay, I'm just too fucking curious, so let me feel a couple of these. I really want to try this green. It's so pretty. It gives me like Jaclyn Hill vibes. I think she had that in her Morphe like Vault collection or something. That looks like it has fantastic pigmentation to it. I also want to feel this yellow. That's pretty decent as well. Let's feel a couple of these oranges. Oh, let's try this salmon, and then, oh, I don't know, do we want to try this yellow? Oh my gosh, that actually swatches really nicely. Oh, that salmon one is like ass. Not good at all. And then this green, that's pretty good. Let me go back and forth. Oh, so it's one of those greens that starts off one color and then it goes like gray and then yellow, and there's a lot happening with that. And then let's try this actual yellow. That's pretty nice. Then onto the blue part. Why the fuck is there another yellow? How many yellows does one need? Let's go ahead and feel this deep kind of periwinkle color. And then maybe like this nautical dustier blue. Ooh, that feels very nice. Okay, so let's feel this kind of grapey one. Going with this lighter shade. Not bad. Oh, nice. There. Oh, wow. Fuck. I am very impressed so far. What the hell? For $16? I kind of thought that this was going to be like some Claire's makeup bullshit like that, but this is pretty decent quality, at least with the swatches. Again, swatches don't mean bullshit. This might be absolute rubbish on the eyes. Okay, let me open up the James Charles palette. Can you tell I don't use it at all? I actually do use this, but I only use it when I'm doing drag makeup. Otherwise, I kind of forget about it. But instantly, they kind of have the exact same yellows, very similar greens. Let me feel the shimmer green from the James Charles palette, and then this shimmer green right here. Actually, I think it's closer to this one. Nope, it's not really close to either of those. There's the James one, and then these are from the other palette. No, I definitely like the Morphe one better. Not a ton better, but it does feel a little bit different. Let's feel this top matte, and I feel like this is pretty similar. Let's feel that one. Yes. Woo, Oh shit, I'm dropping them. All right, the Morphe one and then the Beauty Glazed one. I think they might be the same. If not the exact same, just very similar. My God. Then here's a Morphe Orange. Why don't we try this one? Actually, the Beauty Glazed one seems a little bit more red. Let's try this one. That might be closer. I can't really tell. There's the Morphe. There is the Beauty Glazed. There is another Beauty Glazed. They all actually seem pretty decent. I don't know if this is already like a thing, but let me know in the comments down below if you'd like me to do like a side-by-side comparison to this palette, because maybe it is a less expensive dupe, you never know. Although hopefully the Morphe one doesn't have asbestos in it. Okay, you know what, fuck my titties, I'm just gonna swatch everything in here. However, I think I'm gonna leave the glitters for the end, and I'm not gonna be able to use a majority of this palette, but at least we can see if it's good quality or not. I'm really excited to swatch and do a look with this bitch. You guys know the song, are you ready? It's swatching time. Alright, so first up we have the green palette, which these swatched okay, very, very inconsistent, and the shimmers truthfully weren't the best, and that to me is the sign of kind of a bad palette, because it's very difficult to fuck up a shimmer, but they somehow managed to do it. Again though, these could look fantastic on the eyes, you never know. Oddly enough, the orange palette did seem to be a little bit better. I mean, not a ton better, but they do look better. The mattes seem to be a little bit more pigmented, the shimmers seem to be smoother, but still, it's not great, but it is an improvement. Pretty much the same goes for the blue and the purple palette. They were both okay, but really nothing spectacular. It's not like I was expecting Pat McGrath quality here, but I actually think for the price, they performed pretty well. And then finally, we have the glitters, which are basically me in glitter form, a little bit chunky but fabulous. They aren't the kind of glitters that have like a pre-mixed gel inside, so they'll just stick onto anything. You definitely need to lay down an adhesive before putting this on, because like those aren't gonna stick to anything otherwise. They do look pretty though, but the chunks are very, very big, which makes me wonder if this really is eye-safe glitter. I really don't know, but it's pretty to look at. God, I've not had this much glitter on me since that Britney concert in Vegas. Okay, let's do a little bit of a look. I'm gonna prime my face with Touch in Soul's No Problem Primer. And then for foundation, I'm gonna go in with this NYX Born to Glow. I have not even used this. I'm pretty sure the shade is probably gonna be off, but I've had this thing for like a year. I wanna try it before it expires. Oh God, we are gonna be very yellow. I just dropped it on my gins. Oh my God, this is just so bad. Let's pull up the match-o-meter. This is like a solid 6. This is so terrible. When I ordered this, I must have been in like my more tan phase, back when we were still able to like leave the country and go travel and stuff. But color aside, it actually looks pretty nice on my skin. I'm a little bit dry, but this has me extra curious. Has anybody tried this? Let me know down in the comments below. I think so that I don't end up looking like a fucking baked turkey, I'm just gonna leave it kind of on the light coverage like this. Then for concealer, I'm gonna mix my Uma Butete with some Maybelline, which I know I applied a literal fuck ton of it, but I'm hoping that I can blend it out. Maybe it'll correct some of this yellowiness. Ah, fuck. Now I have a mixture of yellow and peach on my face. It's fine, whatever. It's not the foundation that we're reviewing. It doesn't matter what this part looks like. And to prime the eyes, I'm gonna go in with some Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas. And I'm probably gonna end up doing 2 different looks for each eye. So let's start with this side. I think I wanna use the green and blue palette over here. So I'm gonna dip into this more milkier yellow. And so let's dip into there. Very nice. A good bit picks up on the brush. All right, moment of truth. Here we go. I'm gonna place this all over the crease line and bring it up towards the brow. It does almost want to turn greenish, which kind of works in my favor because I do want a green look. But surprisingly, she actually has some nice pigment and it blends out very easily. I don't know if you can tell, it might look completely different on camera, but in person it kind of turned into like a lime shade. I don't love that, so I'm gonna dip into the greens yellow. Maybe that'll stay a little bit more true to its color. Ooh, shit. That has some really nice pigment to it. Damn. Holy fuck, that's with like 1 dip of that brighter yellow. Grab my titties and call me Barbara. I am shooketh so far and we're just 2 shades in. I'm gonna really put this bitch to the test and see exactly how much we can get out of it. But next I wanna start building up the green. I'm gonna start with this lightest kind of mint color. And it too sticks to the brush fantastically, but I'm gonna place that right above the crease line and create a nice little arch. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay, let's go in with a little bit more and just build that bitch up. Wow. Okay, so that's with 2 dips, and I am very, very impressed with how saturated this is. Probably all the asbestos that's in it. But also, it goes on so nicely. There is no fallout. I didn't put any powder underneath my eyes like I probably should have, but I'm too fucking lazy to at this point, but I don't even need it. it. Like, look at that. And I'm still able to like gently feather those green edges out and I don't lose the yellow. I am so happy right now. God, there's so much happening. I've got like a leprechaun eye, Bart Simpson's skin, Elvis's hair. Next, before I dip into the blue, I want to add one more deeper green there. So let's dip into this guy. And I'm going to take this right inside the eye socket. In fact, I may end up covering this color up. I don't know. But that seems to go on pretty nicely as well. There is a slight patchiness with these, but I mean, for $16, I don't really expect there not to be. Okay, I'm going to stop right there with the greens. Let's move over to this blue palette. I don't know if anything will actually lay over this. I feel like I've got a pound of makeup on my eyelid, but let's dip into this darker blue. And there we have that. I'm going to place this right on the eyelid and once again kind of push it into the crease. It actually isn't bad at all. I'm finding that it works really, really good if you kind of pack it on and then slowly blend it out. Otherwise, if you put it on and instantly blend it out, it kind of wants to turn really patchy, but also it doesn't want to stick in certain areas like my outer corner here, but I'm just going to keep building it up and pray that it sticks. That's probably as good as I'm going to get it. I'm just going to gently go over that green with that brush that I used before. I feel like this looks much cooler in person than it does on camera, but hopefully we can get at least a good-ish end look. I'm going to chisel out a little bit of a crease so that I can add even more shadows to this. Okay, very easy, super simple. With a dry brush, let's try some of this sky blue metallic shade. Ooh, oh, that's pretty. There is the slightest bit of fallout, but it's really not that bad. I think it'll dust away. I probably should have used a moist brush for this, but it's doing a great job at sticking to the concealer. I love it. Now I'm going to try to reinforce some of that darker blue right here on the outer corner. Unfortunately though, it really does not want to stick. I'm not going to fault it too much though, because it is just going over dry pigment. For the lower lash, I'm going to start off with some of that minty green that we used in the beginning. Blend it out with a little bit of that poppin' yellow from that green palette. Then I'm going to try to smoke out some of that dark blue that I used on the outer corner. Yeah, it's actually going on very easily. It still isn't sticking right there though. What the actual hell? And then to give the inner corner a bit of a highlight, I'm going to dip back into this blue palette right in here. And hopefully this kind of matches those colors. Yes, I think we're good. Then I'm also going to take a little bit right on the center of the eye. There, nice little eye highlight. An eye light. So I'm going to leave this eye be. I'm not displeased with it. I feel like once I have my lashes and all that shit on, it'll actually kind of come together. But I'm very surprised with how decent this is. Now let's hope I just don't get cancer from this. For this eye, I think I kind of want to do like a purpley orange gold halo eye. I had to Google reference images for both of these looks, so I'm kind of like taking a few and compiling them together. Let's start once again with this yellow, and this one's kind of on the orangey side. I much prefer it to the other ones. But just like before, I'm gonna place this bitch right along the crease line and blend it upwards towards the brow. God, I love yellows. Like, this is just one dip, and that pigment is a beast. And because I do want to go in with as many shadows as I possibly can, I think I'm just gonna do one dip of this yellow. I don't want to dry out my primer completely so that nothing will sit on it like the blue on this side, but still, like, I'm very pleased with that. Then I'm gonna combine this salmon with this milky orange. They're both kind of on the dustier looking side, so I'm just gonna mix them. And I'm gonna place that in the crease and really build that up. Oh my god, that looks neon. Yes, oh my gosh, and it blends out so fucking effortlessly too. And these shadows do not feel professional quality at all, but they are really fun to use and kind of practice with. And it's not like you couldn't create professional looking looks with this, but I feel like for somebody maybe who's practicing with makeup and wants to try new colors, this would be perfect. I mean, even if you're a connoisseur with makeup, you would probably still find enjoyment with this. I kind of want like Nikki Tutorials to review this, has she? My god, the looks she'd come up with would be like out of this fucking world. And now to deepen up the crease line, I think I'm gonna mix these two oranges. They're just a little bit brighter, and I'm gonna start by stippling it in right there, and then we'll slowly blend that around. Oh my god, I fucking love this. Honestly, Michelle, thank you so damn much for sending this to me. I am so fucking sheltered that had you not sent this to me, I never would have heard of this, even if it's viral. Okay, I'm gonna leave that just like that, and we can start going in with the purples. Purple, purple, purple nurple. Oh my gosh, did anyone with siblings out here ever used to get purple nurples from them? Oh my god, I would hate that, but they're so fun to give them. Let's just start by taking it deep and go in with this darkest shade right here. Actually, is this a shimmer? It looks like it might be a satin. I don't know, we'll try it. still. But I'm gonna start by placing this right on the inner corner and bring it around the crease and then place it right on the outer corner. Actually, maybe not. That is very little pigment to it. Just keep building this bitch up. Oh, actually, you know, once it does pack on, you are able to get like good pigmentation to it. So let's keep going. It's like anal. You gotta start slow and work your way up. Oh, did I say that out loud? Okay, very nice. Let me go ahead and cut a little bit of a halo. How are you? Every time I say halo, I want to sing Adele's Hello. Okay, there's my sloppy ass halo eye. And first on the edges, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of that deeper purple. Right about there. Obviously, it does stick much better to something a little bit more damp. Then I'm just basically gonna go backwards here and take the mixture of these oranges and go a little bit farther in on those edges. And now right in the very center, I'm gonna take that beautiful orangey yellow and hopefully it'll stick. It's doing okay. I think I want the yellow to be a little bit more poppin', so let's dip into the yellow that's in the green palette. Place that right there. And that's probably as bright as I'll be able to get it, but I don't mind that. That's kind of cool. And just for shits on the center of the eye to add a little bit more highlight, I'm gonna dip into this and ever so gently place that right there. That help a little bit, maybe? I feel like I'm at the point where I can't really layer much more in here, so for the lower lash, I'm gonna take a combination of those two kind of milkier oranges, and I'm just gonna dust it out down here. And before I really blend that out, I'm gonna see if that purple will dust away because there was a good bit of fallout. Oh shit, that purple totally stained. I don't know if you can see that right there. I should have put powder down. But on the other side, the fallout dusted away fine. I think actually I may have accidentally kind of pushed that purple in when I was trying to blend this orange out down here, so that could be my own fault. My bad, I'm sorry about that. And let's pack some of that deep ass purple right in between the lashes. And to highlight, I'm gonna take some of this pink and place it once again right on the inner corner and kind of on the brow. And here we are with our final looks. I kind of like them. What the shit, man? For lips, I ended up combining Lunar Boutate's Zaya with Real Her's Deep Nude and then topping that off with a Lunar Boutate's Gloss in Selene. So do I love this palette? I mean, I'm not gonna say love, but I think I'm more impressed with it. Just from the swatches, I thought this palette was literally gonna perform like dog shit. But the moment these shadows hit my primer, I was wowed. I don't think these shadows are the best to like build up a lot like this. I feel like this was definitely the max that they could stretch. But if they're laying onto something a little bit moist, like a good primer or a good concealer, then I think these would perform just as good as the higher end, more expensive shadows. I mean, don't expect them to be like melt, but they are kind of on par with like Morphe quality. So it's a very drugstore price with a lot of things to choose from, and it seems like no matter what colors you slap on your eyes, they just kind of like work together. So do I recommend this palette? I don't know what the fuck I did with it. I do recommend this palette, but just do a little bit of research because that asbestos thing really does scare me. I think I saw on their website that they claimed there wasn't asbestos in it, so I really don't know what the fuck is up. But this was very enjoyable to use. I think even if you aren't a beginner at makeup, you could probably have a lot of fun with this. And if you know somebody who's starting off with makeup, this would be a really good palette to get them. This is a great jumping off point. Any shadow in here is way better than the palettes that I first started with. And for the price, like, you can't fucking beat it. So do I recommend it? Hell yes. Do I think it's worth the price? Oh my god, yes. And thank you again for sending this to me. This was so nice. And thank you all for being here. I love having you. And if you'd like to support me and my channel a little bit more, please feel free to join us over on Patreon. It's patreon.com/Poplux. There you get videos a day early. You get Patreon only content. Plus, best part, it's cheap, fun, and fancy just like me. And like always, please be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below so that you're notified anytime I upload a new video. Don't forget my newest collection of highlighters, including Black Ice, which does change from black to white, is available at thepoplux.com. Also, my latest album, Kiss of Fame, is available everywhere online that music is sold. Thank you so much to everyone who's supporting them. Comment down below, let me know what you thought of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at officialnady, and you can follow me online at thepoplux.com. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you again soon. Bye!